Kia ora tātou katoa, tōku ingoa ko Tumaru Mataio. I am from Cook Islands and I am currently studying at University of Canterbury. I am studying a Bachelor of Criminal Justice and Law, and also I work as a taurima tupanuku. Born in Rarotonga and growing up in an island that's dominated by English, and there's some Māori, it has impacted me in my understanding of learning our te reo. And also coming here as a Cook Islander, it makes you realize how important your language is, especially here being as a minority group. So like here, your language defines who you are and where you come from. And it also makes you stand out from other people. So I guess it impacted me in a lot of ways where it makes you realize, wow, it's actually important to learn your language. And it actually helps you to connect back to where you come from, and your ancestors basically, and your grandparents, your parents. In terms of our language and where it's at today, I believe it's slowly dying, but also another way, like our generation is trying to learn our language at the same time. It's not really strongly there. And plus also like in the Cook Islands, there are different dialects. So I guess that also makes it a bit harder for us younger generation to learn. So, for example, Achu has their own unique dialect. Aitutaki, Rarotonga, Moke, and the northern groups, they have their own unique dialects. So I believe that can contribute to us finding it difficult in learning the language. I would like to see a lot of advertisements starting off from Rarotonga, because Rarotonga is mainly dominated by English, the language English, compared to Pā'inua, the outer islands. Majority of the kids in the Pā'inua knows how to speak their own te reo dialect, Cook Island Māori, properly compared to those in Rarotonga. So there's a huge difference between those two. So I would like to see a lot of promotions and advertisements of our te reo back at home. And also seeing that can be a good role model for us here in New Zealand. Like us Cook Islanders in New Zealand, we can look onto that and we can take that onto ourselves, and we can, integrate that into social media, which is slowly happening by our Cookie Learning Group. Like, that's a good social media platform of sharing the Cook Island Māori language. To hold on to our language and pass it on to our younger generations, it starts with you as a Cook Islander right now. Like, you're the only one that can pass on your generation, onto your generation, your language, where you're from, and help them understand the unique of your culture. Social media is the #1 platform for our young people to learn, because that's the trend of today, of society today, is social media. And not only that, creating classes for our young people to learn. So there's this proverb that's been passed on by our ancestors, by my grandparents to me. There's mo te ko, mo te ere, ke pukuru ngā wāwea ke mokura kuki, which means hold your identity and be strong and walk the talk. So that proverb alone brings out what we are as a Cook Islander, to know to hold on to that identity that you have as a Cook Islander and keep on walking strong, because that identity is what connects you through your soils to your ancestors.